Ever feel like you're just constantly fighting fatigue or, maybe nagging bloating or headaches that just pop up out of nowhere?
And your usual health checks are all clear.
Exactly. It might not be an illness. It could actually be something in your diet causing the trouble.
That's spot on. So today we're doing a deep dive into food intolerance testing. It's a way to help you figure out exactly which foods might be causing those kinds of problems.
Oh, okay.
All the ideas we're talking through come from the really helpful info published by Blood Test UK.
Good stuff. So let's break it down simply. What is a food intolerance test?
Basically, it's a tool. It helps find specific foods that might be making you feel bad, like causing bloating, gas, or those headaches you mentioned.
And crucially, it's not an allergy, right? That's important.
Very important distinction, yeah. Allergies cause a big, fast immune reaction, sometimes dangerous. Intolerances are more about ongoing discomfort, digestive issues, things that just drag you down day to day.
Got it. And why is this especially relevant, say, here in the UK?
Well, a couple of reasons. Our diets are incredibly varied now, right? Lots of different foods available. Plus, we're seeing more people dealing with things like IBS, irritable bowel syndrome.
Okay.
So finding those specific triggers becomes really key for people here. It helps you tailor your diet, not just follow general advice.
Right, making it personal. So if someone's thinking about this, what do they need to do beforehand? Our source material mentioned preparation.
Yeah, preparation is definitely important for getting good results. It usually means avoiding certain foods or maybe some medications for a bit before the test.
Okay.
And keeping a food diary for a few days leading up. That's also super helpful. Yeah, it's context, helps match up symptoms with potential culprits later.
Right, connects the dots. Okay, let's get to the really good part, the benefits. Why go through this?
This is where it gets exciting. The data points to some really positive changes.
Like what?
Well, the most obvious one is improved digestion. So fewer tummy aches, less bloating, that kind of thing.
Makes sense.
Then people often report having much more energy, feeling less sluggish.
Oh, I think everyone wants more energy.
Definitely. And maybe a bit surprising for some, but better mental clarity. Clearer thinking, even improved mood.
Okay, that's interesting. Clearer thinking? How does that work?
It seems to tie into that gut-brain connection we hear about. If your gut is constantly irritated by a food, it can create low-level inflammation.
Right.
And that seems to affect brain function, leading to that foggy feeling or fatigue. Remove the irritant food, and things often clear up.
Wow. Okay. Do we have any, real-world examples, maybe local ones?
Yeah, actually. The info we looked at mentions some stories from Denton. One person there was really struggling, did an IgG test, and found a gluten sensitivity.
Okay, gluten. Common one.
Yep. They cut out gluten, and apparently the bloating went down quickly, but the big change was this dramatic lift in energy. They felt properly revitalized.
That's fantastic. Shows how much it can impact things. So if someone's listening, maybe in Denton or nearby, and thinking, this sounds like me, what tests are actually available?
Good question. The Blood Test UK info details a few, but two common ones pop up often.
What are they?
There are IgG antibody tests. That involves a blood sample, looking for specific antibodies, immunoglobulin G linked to certain foods.
So that shows a reaction.
It suggests more of a delayed response or sensitivity, not a true allergy. It points towards foods that might be causing ongoing irritation.
Gotcha. And the other one?
Hair strand analysis. It's much less invasive, obviously. Uses a small sample of hair.
Easier. Does it work the same way?
It gives a different kind of picture, more about what's happening at a cellular level regarding certain substances. Both methods aim to give you clues, though.
Right, clues to solve the puzzle. You mentioned another Denton example.
Oh, yeah. Someone else there had terrible recurring stomach cramps. Pretty debilitating.
Ouch.
They did testing, identified lactose intolerance trouble with dairy, cut it out, and the cramps apparently stopped almost immediately.
Wow, immediate relief. That's powerful.
It really is. Shows how finding that one thing can make a huge difference.
So for people living locally, perhaps in Denton, how easy is it to get these tests done?
It seems pretty straightforward. You'd look for local providers, places like healthcare centers, maybe some clinics on the high street, or specific wellness clinics often offer these services. The goal is making it accessible.
Okay, good to know. So wrapping this up then, what's the main takeaway?
I think the main thing is empowerment, really. Food intolerance testing gives you specific information about your body.
Knowledge is power.
Exactly. It lets you make smarter food choices, which leads to feeling better day to day, better comfort, and probably better long-term health too.
Definitely food for thought.
Which leads to a final thought, actually. If figuring out what you shouldn't eat can boost your energy and health so much. Maybe ask yourself, what's one small positive health habit you could start next? Something simple each day to feel even better.
Something to ponder. Thanks for that deep dive.
My pleasure.